What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. That's right, welcome back to another match preview. Watch along. We're doing a watch along here at Sunderland v Burnley at the Fortress of Light, the Stadium of Light, where Sunderland are unbeaten so far this season. The only team left who can claim that. And of course, it's Burnley, the visitors, who absolutely desperately need the points in the relegation fight. They are, of course, in good form because they've drawn their last 3 games instead of taking the L's. Sunderland, of course, ticking right along, doing just fine in their first season back in the Premier League. So let's go ahead and smash up those likes for the Sunderland. Let's go ahead and hit the hype button if you got any of those left. Of course, it does help the channel so very much. I appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you are new, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments section right down below. Who's going to win this one? Will Burnley be able to get anything at all? I particularly feel like Sunderland are going to crush them. It's going to be comfortable for the Black Cats, if you ask me. But we, of course, shall see. Let me go ahead and get the stream nice and ready to go here. We'll find the scoreboard. Sunbur, there it is. And we'll get a clock up. Boom, boom, boom. All of the technical stuff taken care of. All right. It's absolutely going to be a fun one, an interesting one in this one. That is for sure. To complete what has been a wonderful, wonderful weekend in the Premier League. Hoping for some good action in this one as well. I do believe it is deadline day. Lots of stuff going on, of course. Lots and lots of rumors, transfers that might actually be happening, might not be happening. Deadline day drama, of course. Take a look at these starting lineups. Of course, the big news is that Granit Xhaka not available for the Black Cats today. He has an injury that's left him out for a while, but they do have Siddiqui, Diarra, and Enzo Lafay in there in the middle. It's Trey Hume, Talby, and Brian Brobby leading the line at the front. And that back line, man, the back line of the goalkeeper this season have been absolutely fantastic. Mukiele, Ballard, Alderete, Renildo, and of course, Matt Ross back there at the back. They have certainly been a huge part of why this team is doing so well this season. Across the pitch, of course, Scotty Parker's min. It's Lyle Foster starting up top. Edwards and Jaden Anthony behind him. It's Kyle Walker and Lucas Perez will be their wingbacks. Of course, the three-back system with three center-back system, I should say. Tuanzebe, Esteve, I can't pronounce that one. And Humphreys. Of course, it'll be have to be a big day in the center of the park for Ogachukwu and Florentino. And of course, Martin Dubravka will most certainly be putting in some work today. You absolutely have to expect that Sunderland will be peppering the goal for Burnley. It's going to be very interesting to see how Burnley approach this game. Of course, not many expecting them to get much out of this one. And I myself am one of the many not expecting to see it from Burnley. But hey, it is the Premier League. Anything can happen. Anything at all can happen. Was some interesting news in the transfer market today. Of course, there was the links of Sandro Tonali coming to the Arsenal. But then, of course, they were squashed just about as quickly as they came about. Of course, we've been linked with Julian Alvarez for a time. Hopefully we can get that over the line, but that'll definitely be in the summer. Poor old Robbie Lyle doing all kinds of transfer dailies, and Arsenal probably not going to be doing much. Probably not going to be doing much. That's our normal MO. But, with the Mikel Merino injury, you never know. We might get something in under the radar here. My stream has gone to a weather channel. Something tells me that's not right. Something tells me that's not right. Well, right as I had the stream going, it's gone down. But as it's 3 o'clock, just to make sure I'm with the clock, we'll go ahead and get it going, and we will find a stream post haste. Yeah, they're probably kicked off at this point. But we got mad technical difficulties. Absolutely messing us up here. And of course, it's probably going to be a really fast and furious start. All right. I found something here. Where's my headphones? I found something. Oh, no. Of course, it's a pop-up. But they're definitely underway. Burnley in that blue kit, of course, and Sunderland in the traditional strip. It's finally, I've found a stream that's working. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I did well. I got my clock on in front of the stream so we can get it married. We'll wait for it to come. Here we go, folks. Here we go. One down the line there from Mugiele. And he's forced to throw in deep. He's lucky to get that, I would say. Lucky to get that one there. Bookies certainly favoring the home side today. Interesting to see how the shape will work out, how the press will work out for Burnley, if they're going to press really high or not. A lot of space already in this midfield for Dan Ballard. Here's Ronaldo out on the left. It's rainy, it's wet, it's nasty, it's cold. Here's Talby driving at the heart of the defense. LaFay in support. Boom. Here it comes. That's going to be a foul. Unfortunately, Foster doing good. Wait, it's foul against Foster. That's interesting. I'll look down. Here, let's look at this again. That's a handball is what it is. I thought it was a foul on him, but it's a handball before the foul. Yes. It's a committee here over the free kick. Very straight. You would expect Enzo Lefebvre to hit this. Or, well, I mean, Trey Hume has the armband, so we'll see. We'll see. And here it comes. Trying to rework the angle here. Here's the ball straight in. It's still in there. Jaden Anthony will clear. Only as far as Ronaldo. Out wide for Enzo Lefebvre here. He's going to get, well, nope. And here comes the cross. Hey, right to the Burnley man in the middle of the box there. But Sunderland with early pressure here. You can see they're looking to get down the wings, spacing behind Kyle Walker, who shields it out for a goal kick. Well done using all of his experience there, if not the legs he once had. Big game today. Big game today at the bottom, at least for Burnley. They definitely need something. They're in good form, though. In good form. Haven't lost in 3 Premier League matches. Likes of Liverpool, Spurs, United. Trey Hume putting him under pressure, but Dubravka will let it come to his feet here. Just take the sting out of things. And a long one from Burnley. If you're not even going to get a touch on the first ball, Lau Foster leading the charge here for Burnley. Enzo Lefebvre taking all day long. Sunderland do well to get it down the line, but it's going to go all the way back to Dubravka here once again. Burnley looking to play it around here now. It's a good ball through the lines. But Alderete on the cover does very well. Brobby in space, a good touch for Lefebvre. Sunderland just ticking the ball along here, but they've slowed it down. Slowed it way down and allowed Burnley to get back into the shape. Sunderland don't score much, that's for sure. They don't concede much either. That is the real key. Oof, Alderete's giving it away in the midfield there. Look at Chukwu, bro. Super hurried. Just rips one over to the side. But Mukiele is only able to give it away to Jaden Anthony there. And here's Florentino. Just recycling. Nice and cold. Wet. It's kind of quiet. Kind of a tame start to the game here. It's a good ball through the lines. Anthony out to Kyle Walker. You got to play quickly. Got to play quickly. Here is Anthony out wide. He's going to cut in. Sunderland doing well just to keep Burnley outside the formation, pushing them back, but they are pretty deep here. I guess they feel like Burnley don't necessarily break teams down. So if they're going to have them be deep, that's a good ball through the lines. Got to play quickly. Ooh, that's good work. Into the channel. Can he get the crossover? Takes all day to do it. Hits it right at Roofs. And the crowd cheers his name. Ooh, that's good work for Burnley to get it into the channel there. And now it's Burnley's turn to retreat and concede territory. I think both teams are going to be looking to concede territory, but not give up space. And they've got it right through the middle. Diallo! Right through the heart of the defense. Takes a deflection. And it's 1-0 to Sunderland. Very unlucky for Burnley. I thought that Diarra had let the chance go. I thought the chance was gone for him. But he's able to find just a simple 1-2 there in the midfield. Diarra with Brobby. And runs down the heart of the defense here. I thought right here he had messed it up. And then it just, it's through his legs off the deflection. I think they might give it an own goal, actually. It might be an own goal, you know. We'll see. Regardless, it's 1-0 to Sunderland. After a tepid start, the first bit of quality from both teams. One's a poor cross. One's in the back of the net. 1-0 to Sunderland. Perfect start for the home side. Perfect start for the home side. And now the crowd's found their voice. It's another ball over the top, and here's Brobby. Stev for company. Humphreys helps, but it's good hold-up play from the number 9. Burnley now back in their shape, and Sunderland will recycle. Very interesting start to this one. Burnley in trouble already. Burnley in trouble already, folks. Sunderland looking comfortable, looking confident. And now they don't really need to do anything. If Burnley aren't going to press Rolfs, fine. But now they've activated. Force them to hit it long. You got to win the second ball. It's up. Brobby's battling. Oh, that's good work from Stev. And that's a good ball. Ooh, I think he was, I think Edwards might have been offsides there. Ronaldo's not playing around, not waiting around to find out. He's on his bike here. Here's Talby. Ronaldo's still going around. Look at him go. Talby's going to drive the byline, but give it back to Ronaldo here. All day to cross the ball. You can't give him time like that to cross. That's why Burnley are going down, people. That's why Burnley aren't going to make it. Aye. Hume pushed over. Burnley, man. Lucas Perez, the wing back there, not excited. about that call. Scotty Parker walks away in disdain. Dan Ballard already sucking wind. This is definitely a right-footed position for Trey Hume. He's going to swing it back towards the penalty spot. It would be very dangerous if Enzo Lefebvre hit the in-swinger, though, towards the back post. Nope, runs over it. Hume right into the mix. Steph goes up, not out. It's Alderete to win it. Gets a touch. Hey, Mukiele. Somehow pop it up on the left from his right back position and then rips one all the way to Newcastle with that shot. Not even close. The steward over by the corner flag is pissing himself after that shot. Thought it was going to hit him in the face. Nowhere near. But that's not what Sunderland are asking Mukiele for. That's for certain. Burnley hit it long again. It's one touch. Not close enough to allow Foster. Sunderland come down with the second ball. More than comfortable, as I said, once again. Here's Ronaldo. Thanks for being here, people. Smash up those likes. Subscribe if you're new. It certainly helps the channel. I appreciate you being here. Alderete feeling confident, comfortable. Oi, Bobby is just giving Esteve all kinds of absolute trouble, man. All kinds of trouble. Bobby's having himself a day already. He's enjoying himself. I'm calling it now. He's going to score. He's getting on the score sheet. That's for sure. And here is Lefebvre. Ronaldo Lefebvre. Former Arsenal man Danny Ballard. Big part of Sunderland's success this season. Big part of Sunderland's success this season. Foster and Edwards and Anthony combining here. But look who it is. Mr. Ballard comes sprinting away with it. Does so well there. Does so well. Sunderland just looking to calm it down here and keep possession. And they've done so very well. Woof! Almost released Hume down the right-hand side. Important tackle. Needed tackle from the left back there, Lucas Perez. Kyle Walker calmly puts that one down. Talby on the pressure. Oh, he's giving it away. Here's Diarra once again. Oh, just shoot. Just shoot. Shoot on sight. But Sunderland looking good, feeling comfy in this first 15 minutes. Press is working well. They've finished their one chance. Yeah, a bit lucky, sure. But it was some quality in the midfield that got them into a dangerous position. Walker hits it long. Not quite angled enough for Jaden Anthony on that left-hand side there. Ross will look to set up the build-up here. There's so much space in behind Lyle Foster. It'll be really, really easy to build up. See, now they're closing down the space. That's well done from Burnley to make him hit it long. Got to win a second ball, though. Of course, it's Trey Hume down for Enzo Lefebvre. And here they come. Sunderland once again into the channel. A ball from Mukiele. Talby was behind it. Did not get the direction on the shot. But you can see Burnley just not tracking in the middle of the park. There's a lot of space in that midfield with this five-back system that Burnley are playing. Lyle Foster working hard, though. Causing confusion. Jaden Anthony as well. Ballard seeing a lot of the ball back there. One up for Broby. and down for Diarra, and he's back with Ballard. But Burnley retreat. Burnley are going to have to find some energy in the press. That's for sure. Yeah, they're picking and choosing, but we're over halfway through the season, and they're they're like 7 points adrift. They're a lot of points adrift. They do well there to force the turnover, but you're going to need to see the urgency from them, the awareness that, hey, every single point is worth its weight in gold at this point for Burnley. They get the crossover. Ronaldo with a header away, but only as far as Kyle Walker forces him backwards. Walker's moving in treacle, man. He's in slow motion these days. That's great work for Mogachukwu and Edwards into the channel for Lyle Foster. Dan Ballard for company, back for Kyle Walker. What can they conjure? 3 men in the box. 3 men in the box. Sunderland doing well just to force them wide and back every single time so far. Got to turn. Some space in the midfield. On the right there. Robbie's just so good with the hold-up play. Spins Estev and puts Diarra into the channel here. 1v1. Stands him up. He's just going to recycle here and allow Burnley back into their shape. Yeah? No? Yes, indeed. All men back behind the ball once again. What's up, Daniel? Skip? Absolutely. Yes, sir. I am American. Thanks for being here. Oh. Ronaldo can't seem to find the ball here. And then when he does, he just kicks it away and then goes and gets the other one. Yeah, well, it's a 19th minute. I don't necessarily think we need the time wasting right here in the 19th. Versus Burnley, no less. You guys are going to be fine. They've yet to offer anything. And you want Sunderland to get battered. Let me guess. You are a Newcastle fan. You might be a Burnley fan, but the way you put this, I'm going to guess Newcastle. Right down the middle here for the Black Cats. No. Who's your team then, Daniel? Could be an infinite number of reasons you're not a Sunderland fan. Here's Mr. Ballard. And the one time Sunderland played quick 1-2 touch stuff through the lines, that's when they got in. I mean, I don't know. It's near Newcastle. Yeah, I confess. The only team I know that's near Newcastle is Sunderland themselves. Unfortunately. But I always like to learn new stuff. Middlesbrough is near Newcastle. I did not realize that. But hey, I've certainly heard of Middlesbrough. I didn't realize it was near Newcastle. But there you go. Like I said, learn something new every day. Oh, Kyle Walker trying to get tricky. Ronaldo read it all the way. And that's a very important tackle for Mogachukwu. 5 games in a row. There you go. That's what's up. Wasn't Michael Carrick the manager at Middlesbrough for a while recently? Got fired, if I remember correctly. But yeah, shout out Middlesbrough, 5 in a row. Never easy to do. Never easy to do these days, that's for sure. Oh, that's a good ball through the lines. You got to get another one across. Edwards is very lucky there. Edwards is very lucky there. I definitely think that he's gotten the ball, Mukiele. He agrees. We'll get this replay here. Yeah, he's got the ball first. He's got the ball first. Every right there to be upset with the referee. Of course, we're always all upset with the referees. Paul Tierney. Why are all the referees shaving their head these days? Flipping Paul Tierney wants to join the bald fraud brigade. Chance here for Burnley to dump it into the mixer. Sunderland holding that high line. Daniel says, no, Carrick was sacked 2 years ago when we got Rob Edwards. He left. Then we got Kim Hellberg. He's the best manager ever. We are second in the league. We just need to beat Coventry to get into first place. Well, hell yeah, Daniel. That's what's up. Hopefully we'll see you in the league next season, my man. Hopefully we'll be doing some Middlesbrough watch-alongs next season. Are you playing Coventry soon? It says you got to beat Coventry to go first. Are you guys playing Coventry soon? Is that James Ward-Prowse on the Burnley bench? Holy mackerel. Next to Armando Broya. Tucker. Wow. There you go. I didn't know he was still playing. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Big game coming up. But yeah, I remember back when Middlesbrough were in the league a few years ago. Sheffield United, from memory, they're horrendous, but I haven't kept up with the championship this season, to be honest with you. Not too much movement in front of the ball for Burnley here. Got to find some pace and urgency in the attack and the build-up. Sunderland just swarm. Every time they try to go inside, Sunderland just swarming on them. Walker gets frustrated and hits the long pass. It's knotted down for the wing back, for the defender there, but it's poor. And all the territory they would have gained from the long ball is just given right back. But at least they've retained possession, and never mind. Woo! I think Burnley might be seeing the championship next season because it ain't looking good. It is not looking good. Unable to really create anything. Not necessarily unexpected though. But Sunderland have been incredibly comfortable in this one so far. That's not to say that they've created much themselves, but the need for a whole lot of intensity left with that goal. Because Burnley aren't really bringing a whole bunch of intensity anyway. Hey, almost got the interception there. Sunderland working well. Oh, Talby almost Cruyffs it through Kyle Walker's legs. That was just enough to save himself some embarrassment and replays on Twitter there. But I might make it anyway. I might make it anyway. Not a Kyle Walker fan. We might make something. Really? Go to the commentators. Sunderland have a very poor record against Burnley. That's a horrendous throw. His foot came flying way up. Sunderland apparently have only won twice in 10 attempts in league versus Burnley. Very interesting. Is this the first time they've played in the league this season? No, it's not. Burnley beat Sunderland at Turf Moor. Yeah, I remember that game. It was a shock result. Definitely a shock result, that. I remember that now. But the Stadium of Light's a whole different animal. Sunderland comfortably just passing through. They got a 1v1 here. Talby going at his man. It's a good ball across for Brobby. Or Diarra, I should say. They both have a 9 on their back. Woof. Foster in. Almost late there. Mukiele into the corner for Lefay. More than happy to just keep possession here, are Sunderland. And like I say, they can play with freedom. They don't necessarily need to force anything. They tried to there. Burnley will win the throw. But all they got to do is keep Burnley hitting it long like this. Alderete under the first ball, Ronaldo down with the second ball, and it's as you were. Sunderland in comfortable possession again. Oof. Alderete sells his man short. Edwards fires it at Anthony, but he's able to keep it anyway. Kyle Walker down the wing. It's so slow. Oh, that's a good turn from Ogachukwu, but they're not necessarily playing quick enough. Burnley. Commentators talking about Burnley finally got a touch in the box. Who's going to win the second one? I'm not sure if that might be the second ball Burnley's won. 30 minutes in here, folks. Sunderland force them all the way back. Burnley trying to play down the wings, but you feel a long pass coming, a long ball coming. Hey, what a challenge. Very heavy challenge from Dan Ballard. Brobby in the box here. Touches it to Talby. Gets in front of it. It's still there for Enzo Lefay. Right down the pipe. Goalkeeper well behind it. But that got the crowd cheering for a little bit. Jaden Anthony able to skip beyond Ronaldo here, but Alderete is coming to close the space down. So too Talby, Lefay, I should say, and that's poor foul to give away, really. Now they can dump one in the box. That's a great challenge from Dan Ballard. I thought Brobby was going to hit that left-footed there. I think he slipped a little bit. There. I still back Brobby to score today. Oh, what a challenge on Edwards. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I wonder if I mean, Mikel Arteta obviously wants 97 center back, so he'll probably have his eye on Dan Ballard. Kyle Walker to serve it in. Nope. Gotcha. Switching up the angle and just to hit it into the channel, out of bounds. That's very poor. If you're going to get the big men forward and then play the short one to change the angle, you have to get the cross in. You can't. What a waste. You have to get the cross in at that point. It's just such a waste when you don't. Sunderland looking to go down the side here. Oof. Bouncing around in there. Lefay comes down with it. It's good work. He's going to get one into the channel. Out wide for Mukiele here. Into the box, Diarra. It's still there again. Oh, my God. It comes for Diarra. Fortunate once again. And he smashes it through Dubravka, who will be very, very unhappy that he's conceded this one. And it's 2-0 Sunderland. He is not going to be excited that Dubravka. Fantastic play to get it down It's a great play. Front to back. Oh, man. Gets a little bit lucky for the ball to fall to him in the box there, and he just snapshot smashes it home. Fantastic. The first brace Diarra scored. Good for you. And hey, we're only 30 minutes in. He's going to be looking for that hat trick. Absolutely going to be looking for the hat trick. 2-0 to the home side. Burnley. Whew. Scotty Parker looking on forlorn. Dubravka can't believe it. Sunderland. Cruise control. Have Burnley come back from 2 down at any point that in recent memory? I doubt very seriously we're going to see that today. It would be amazing. But we're far more likely to see 2 or 3 more Sunderland goals than we are Burnley goals. Unless Burnley finds something we haven't, they haven't shown us yet. 0 attempts. Not even, 0 shots on target, of course, but 0 attempts. Not even anything at all. They had that one shot that landed in Middlesbrough. But other than that, the commentator says he's hugely underwhelmed by the Burnley performance. Yeah. Their standard isn't exactly, the highest one you've ever seen. But they're well below it today. They're well off it today. Scotty Parker's going to have to figure something out at halftime, that's for sure. He's going to have to figure something out. Because they're going to have to dig deep here. They're going to have to dig really, really deep. Paul Turner's going to let that play on. Lyle Foster's won it. Out wide for Anthony. As the Sunderland men come back. It's a ball all the way across. Oh, it's in there. Oof. Heart and mouth stuff from Ronaldo. Puts it back across his own box. Talby with a huge touch. Fonzebe will intercept. Kyle Walker just that he sees the switch and Dan Ballard just gets underneath it every time. Kyle Walker, man, you got to do better than that. Here's Jaden Anthony. He's going to get the cross in. Alderete has to concede the corner, but Roof's not excited that they're letting that cross in. Definitely wants to keep things tight at the back. Oh, the sore one. It's a sore one. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that there. It's definitely a sore one. Oh my God, the commentator trying to make something of this one, saying that West Ham went up 2, Man City went up 2, and we see how both of those games finished. Yeah. Oh, man. Nah, that's on goal. It's on goal. You got to give it to Diarra. Give him the goal. He might have a hat trick today. Oh, Dubravka, dude. Martin Dubravka is going to be so mad. So mad that he's conceded that one. Definitely not going to be excited about that. But Diarra at the double. Definitely going to want to be looking for a third. It's a Burnley corner kick here. Perhaps an opportunity from the set piece for them to find something something positive, because it hasn't been anything positive so far. That is for sure. And here comes the in-swinger. It's not good at all. Right to Enzo Lefebvre. Walker will put it wide. And he's offsides. Just nothing going right for Burnley at the moment. Nothing at all. The away fans, not happy. Scotty Parker, not happy. Chewing that gum. Yeah, it's poor. It's poor for sure. Sunderland just cruising on into halftime here. Got about 7 minutes left to go. And it's one of those things where you can only beat what's in front of you, you know. Burnley haven't really offered anything. Haven't brought the second team to this game yet. And that's not Sunderland's fault. So Sunderland will just in second gear here. Ah, lame. They've taken the goal from Diarra. The first one. It's Owen Goal. Owen Goal just striking all over the place this weekend. Of course, I enjoyed the one at Ellen Roads. The Ellen Road. Owen Goal. Sunderland just playing it around here. Through the lines, down the line. Defender's done well to win it off of Brobby, however, and here's a Chukwu. It worked out well for Foster here. He's trying to win the handball. Referee not interested. Trying to work it down the left-hand side, but there's no space in there. Hasn't been all half. Sunderland very disciplined. Ooh. Is that Mukiele going all the way in? Forcing the long pass. Kyle Walker in a bit of trouble here. He's done just enough. Just enough there. Sunderland a little bit out of their shape, but Burnley not playing quick enough to take advantage. And Sunderland have regrouped. More than happy for Burnley to have the ball in these kinds of spaces. They'll just retreat and say, you can't break us down. And so far, that has been the long and short of it when Burnley are in possession. Here comes the cross, though. Diarra comes down with the second ball. It's a good pass out to Ronaldo, and the pressure releases. And he'll put it down the line. Talby does well to keep it. And a crossfield pass all the way to Trey Hume. We'll see what he can do with the overlap from Mukiele. He has not gone at his man. He hasn't played that pass down the line. Trey Hume, he's gone backwards every time. But at the moment, Sunderland will be just fine keeping possession. It's a good challenge there in the midfield. Not once, but twice, but 3 times. Sunderland won a handball. Looks like Alderete got slapped or something. Is he, I think he's going to be all right. Okay. Ross will hit along. Burnley did well there. Will they win the second ball? No. Well, on the throw in, that's something. That's something. Burnley just have no ideas. That's a good ball through the lines, though. And they'll force Ronaldo. Will Edwards to concede the foul. And instead of dumping it in, they play it quickly. Sunderland more than happy to just keep him in front. Edwards running through the lines, though. Very, very congested. in front of the Burnley men. And it's looking like it's going to take something far more creative and special than they've come up with so far. Trying the 1-2. Kyle Walker's been very poor today. That's good step from Ogachukwu. Fires it in there. LaFay's done well to win that. And give it right back. Here's Ogachukwu. Only Lyle Foster ahead of him, unfortunately. That's well done from Trey Hume. And again, LaFay with a wayward touch. Allows Burnley to have it once again. Time just ticking away here in this second half. First half, I should say. Like I said, Sunderland just happy for Burnley to have the ball, knowing they're not going to do F all with it. As evidenced by this first 40 minutes from the Clarets. Here's Twanzebe, lets it run. Edwards, one of the creative men in the team. Dribbling across the line here. Still keeps it outside the formation, though. Nothing incisive, nothing between the lines, nothing too risky. Y'all are down 2-0, yeah? Did you know that? Did they know that here? I don't know if Burnley realized. It's a passing exercise out there. Sunderland just in the spaces, in front of their guys, following the runners. And just wait for them to make a mistake. Far more patience than Burnley had there. And Sunderland come back enough just to keep him at bay. And then here they'll have their own comfortable possession. The tactics just working out. And now Diarra gets pulled down, but Ogachukwu definitely wasn't last man back, so it won't be a red. Definitely a yellow, however. Diarra just getting in between him. Yeah, it just does well to be strong there. Gets in between the ball and the Burnley man. And now Sunderland have a chance to dump it into the box. Get it into the mixer as we're into stoppage time. 2 minutes, I believe, here at the end of the first half. A goal here and it's done. A goal here. Or 4 minutes, I should say, here at the end of the first half. I don't know how we've gotten that much stoppage, but if Sunderland finish them off right here, it's over. One goal and it's absolutely cruise control. Ball comes in. Back post. It's up. Who's there? Oof. Robbie's underneath it. He wants a handball. I'm sure VAR will look at it. Here's Kyle Walker coming out, trying to get the counter, but he's going backwards all the time. And it allows Sunderland to get behind the ball. Burnley got to play so much quicker if they're going to have any chance, because Sunderland, with this 2-0 lead, just retreat and get everyone behind the ball. And we have this same dynamic here once again. Check cleared. Here's Edwards in the middle. It's good D from Diarra and Mukiele. He's having a good game. That's a dive and a half, sir. Give him a yellow. Sunderland bring it the other way. Will they play quick enough? Diarra just retains possession here. Hume into the space. Robbie getting the touch. It's good stuff from Sunderland here. It's doing well. Keeping the ball, making Burnley chase shadows. Here's some space for Renildo. You know he likes an early cross. Looked for it. Decided against it. Couple of minutes left here in the half. Sunderland more comfortable than they've been all season. You got to think Scotty Parker changes something at halftime. Sunderland just Making it look easy out here. I'll be surprised if the Olays don't come out next. Ronaldo in some space here. And Talby is going to get the cross in. Nope. Shaped for it. Fake out. Ronaldo gives him the option. Burnley really, really deep here. You guys are down two goals. You know that? I don't know that Burnley realize it's not a good story right now. Yep, commentators agree. It is the most comfortable Sunderland have been. I think Sunderland are more comfortable than City were in the first half versus Spurs yesterday. I mean, that's exactly what we've seen here. Here's a chance for Burnley. They've won it high. If you got to play quickly, Ogachukwu for Jaden Anthony. Dan Ballard for company. Got to play quickly. A ball to the byline, ball across. Nothing doing there. Sunderland doing well. Burnley not offering much at all today. And that's halftime, folks. 2-0 Sunderland. As easy of a half as you're going to get. I mean, it's a rerun. It's a rerun of yesterday. Man City over Tottenham. 2-0 at the half. I mean, we can go back and rewind the halftime from that one because it's been the exact same thing. Sunderland in absolute cruise control. Couple of goals up. Fortunate about both of them, you would say. But hey, they'll take it, of course, at home. You got to beat what's in front of you. And what's in front of them ain't offering much at all. With that being said, I will be right back. And we're back, folks. Listening to what Enzo Lefebvre has to say here. I think Enzo Lefebvre may be struggling with his English here. Yeah, they asked him if they think the performance, what does he think of the performance? And he just says more of the same. Because that's all you need. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about this one. Here's what happened with Spurs. They lulled them to sleep. They lulled Man City to sleep, did Spurs. And that's 100% what Burnley are doing to us here. 100% what Burnley are doing to us here. On the first goal, I thought the defender had maybe done just enough. But then a little bit fortunate for Diarra, and he's smashed it home. It's a good one, too. Good hold-up play from Brobbey. Yeah. Unlucky there, Dubravka. He's going to feel really upset about both of these goals. Dubravka's going to feel really upset about both these goals, that's for sure. But it's great work in the build-up for both of them, really. Back to front on the second goal. Sunderland, while not necessarily being prolific with the chance creation, have done all they needed to do. They've done all they needed to do. It's been nice and comfy for the Black Cats. Been nice and comfy for Sunderland. I like Brian Brobbey, man. He's a good forward. Showing good stuff for Sunderland. And they played so quickly in the second goal when they won the ball in the middle of the field, one pass out to the wing and back into the center. And Diarra just smashes it home. Dubravka, man, that's shocking from Martin Dubravka. Yeah, that's a horrendous effort from the goalkeeper. Stings his palms. Yeah, I mean, it's point blank, and I mean, he's 12 yards out. He's at the penalty spot, and he smashed it. But, oh, Premier League goalkeeper, he's gonna be upset that he hasn't kept that out. Definitely gonna be upset that he hasn't kept that out. So according to Facebook or tech X, whatever it is, because of course it's on X, it's got to be true. Sounds like Bukayo Saka will not play tomorrow versus the Chelsea, but will be back when we face the Black Cats at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday. And I'm going to tell you right now, they ain't going to be that comfy away from home. Definitely not going to be that comfy away from home. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be as easy. Definitely not going to be as easy for Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, or excuse me, at Emirates Stadium. That is for sure. I'll tell you right now. Burnley need to do something, man. They're going to absolutely need to do something. Yeah, I mean, the real thing that you would want from Burnley, just more energy, man. Just something, you know? Something. Just bring the second team to this game. The commentator talking about Wet Spam and Chelsea, talking about the Pollo Frito and Man City. So maybe we'll see something. Maybe we will see something, as has been the tale of the weekend. But I don't know, man. Burnley were horrible. Burnley were horrible in that first half. They definitely need to bring the second team. Definitely need to bring the second team to this Premier League match. That's for sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Scotty Parker has, if anything at all, in this second half. Because at the end of the season, beginning of the season rather, this would be one of those fixtures you'd look at and you say, you know what? This would be one that we might have an eye on to be able to get something from. At the beginning of the season, of course. But the way the season's gone now, it's definitely far more of a daunting prospect. And now even more so that you're down 2-0, but they gotta step it up in the second half. Surely. I mean, change the formation, go 4-3-3, go all out attacks, damn the torpedoes, man. That's what time it is. It's damn the torpedoes time. You know what I'm saying? 14 games left. You have to go for it. Languishing at the bottom of the league. They can't. This can't continue. Like you can't continue here, right? Oh, they're 11 points off. If this result holds, man, they're 11 points. 11 points adrift. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy that you'd be 11 points adrift and playing like this. I mean, it ain't going to get any easier. I'll tell you that much right now. It ain't going to get any easier. Oh, my God. Burnley play West Ham next. Burnley play West Ham next. Ooh. That's rough. They have state. Oh, they got to come back. Burnley have to bring something to this second half. They have to show an awareness. 100% have to show an awareness. Because it's Crystal Palace after that, a team that's getting dragged in to the relegation talk as well, the relegation spots as well. Oh man, it's 2 must wins after this game for Burnley. 2 absolute, unequivocal must wins. So that means they got to, man. They absolutely have to bring it in this second half. Absolutely have to bring it in the second half. Because if they don't, man, these are points you would have expected them. These are points you would have expected them at the beginning of the season to have their eye on. And with the next 2 games being Wet Spam and Crystal Palace, the next 2.5 games are so huge for Burnley. Like this half, they got to show something, man. They got to show. They have to show. that they know, at least that they're aware that it's still there to be had for Burnley. It's still there. 11 points is a big gap if it stays like this. Big gap if it stays like this. So they absolutely have to pick the energy up. Like, the situation is already borderline desperate. It's already borderline desperate. And we saw Man City lulled to sleep. We saw Wet Spam lulled to sleep. Chelsea and Spurs come roaring back. That's what Burnley desperately need. Desperately need Sunderland to just be asleep at the wheel, because they allowed them to be asleep at the wheel in the first half there. But if I'm Labrie, the Sunderland manager, I would say, all right, let's find a little bit more quality. Let's up our levels. Definitely do not let up. Definitely don't let what happened this weekend happen here today. But we'll see. We'll see if old Scotty Parker is gonna damn the torpedoes and just send it. You know, on the D-pad on the Xbox controller, just all the way to the right, just all out attack. Send the center back, send everybody. I mean, at this point, that you're 11 points adrift as it stands. That's not good. He is making a change. He is making a change, Mr. Scotty Parker. A rather poor Burnley, says the commentator. They've been horrendous. No, it's one of those. It wasn't even like a. It wasn't even a. You can't even say it was bad. It was nothing. They didn't do anything. But Laurent's on for Twanzebe. And yes, people, it's a 4-3-3 from Burnley. They're going for it. Laurent comes on for the center back, midfielder for center back, and they're going to go for it. Have to. Absolutely have to. And we're underway once again, people. In the second half, Roughs to rough it long there. Sunderland winning the first, second ball of the half here, looking to combine down into the channel. Stev will do just enough, just fine there to got to figure something out, do Burnley, that's for sure. They've won the first ball, and it's 2v3. Foster runs out all sides, and Edwards will win a corner kick for Burnley. Very big opportunity here. If they can score right out the rip, it'd be massive for Burnley. Big opportunity to get back into the game here. Already having a little bit of an effect here to win the corner kick. Service has to be right. Service absolutely has to be right for Burnley. Here it comes. Does not get past the first man, Diarra. So far been the man of the hour. Heavily involved. Header away. Kyle Walker is looking way too willing to just rip one to the opposite side of the field. Hollywood ball, as it's been called. Case in point. No, I thought he was going to hit it. Oh, it's got to be better. Got to be a better pass attempted into the channel. Ooh, he's just going to run past him. He's just going to run right past him. And he's gotten to the byline, has Talby. But Walker and his teammate combined there. The feet? No, he just kicks it past him and runs. Kyle Walker does just enough. Just enough there. Got to win a second ball. It's Trey Hume that comes down with it. Burnley battling well in the midfield in the opening exchanges of the second half here. Wide for Jaden Anthony. Got to drive it. Got to drive it. There goes the cross. Where is he? Oof. Burnley already have done more in the first 2 minutes of this second half than they did in the entire first half. That's for sure. That is for sure. But you always wonder why teams don't start with these kinds of things. It's interesting. The long throw from Kyle Walker. You know, the original tactics are what's interesting to me, because you can already see the switch to the 4-4-2 and the torpedo style is just like already better than what they were doing before, like far better than the nothing they were doing before. So always makes me wonder why you approach Sunderland away with the back five to start with. That's just me, though. I'm never, ever, ever, ever want to see my team play a back five. If Arsenal ever start doing that crap, when we were doing it back with Arteta when he first got here, and Bukayo Saka was the left wing back, man, I was not happy. Another long one from Kyle Walker into the channel. This one is going to get there for Lucas Perez. Quality in the cross, nowhere to be found. It's right to Matt Roofs. Danny Ballard, likewise, up the field for Brian Brobby, is battling well. Does manage to hoof it out wide. Talby unable to get underneath it. Humphreys battling there with Brobby. Does just enough. Puts him off. Burnley having all the ball in the opening exchanges. First five here. Ball with Dubravka. Sunderland kind of reluctantly, but still slowly conceding territory. Laurent actually looks like he's come in to play center back. Or no, he's probably the base of the midfield. Combination on the right-hand side, not quite, but they forced this clearance, and Burnley still on it. Got to figure something out. Got to play quick to get it through the lines here of the congested Sunderland midfield. You can see the Christmas tree from them to the byline. Look at Chukwu with Lefay for company. Just force him back here. Take the space quickly. Foster coming out to get involved. Anthony popping up on the right-hand side. Walker's going to get the cross in. Only Dan Ballard underneath it. And they've got all the way back to the goalkeeper here. But Burnley with more possession here in the first 6 minutes. At once, I should say. More consecutive passes here than they had in the whole first half. I guess Jaden Anthony has switched to the right-hand side because he's still over there. Kyle Walker, early cross. Ballard's underneath it once again. And it's Diarra picking up the pieces. That's a good win. Falls for Foster. Look at Chukwu in the center. Got to play quick. Here's Laurent. Got to play quick. And they've allowed Sunderland to get back into the shape. Here's Edwards. Through the lines, Florentino. A touch for Edwards again. Some space here for Anthony. Overlap. Cross. Does well there to get the block in. Burnley will come down with the second ball once more. Kyle Walker here. That's good D. Ronaldo falls over, and that'll be a foul. Good D from Ronaldo. Sunderland do well there for like the first 5 minutes to just soak up the pressure, soak up the impetus. And now, ball with Roofs. They can take the time here, take the sting out of it a little bit. That was better from Burnley. Still not awesome. Better. I'd be worried if I was Scotty Parker. I'd be very, very worried if I was Scotty Parker because this 11 points is monstrous at this point. If they can't conjure something more, it won't be good for them. Ball's bouncing around there in the midfield. Who's going to come down with it? It's up, it's down, it's all around. Sunderland making moves while they're playing. Yo, the game's going on, and Sunderland have signed a 22-year-old Ecuadorian in the middle of the game. I guess Burnley not really bringing the second team to the game, so they're just out here doing business. Ball into the mixer. Sunderland come underneath the second ball here. Jaden Anthony working hard. We'll get a touch. And Trey Hume. Oh, that's a poor call, referee, but Burnley give it right back to Sunderland anyway. Burnley definitely battling harder than they were in that first half. Jaden Anthony going at him. Good D there. Sunderland under pressure a little bit. Give the ball away. First 10 minutes. Burnley have had lots of possession. Lots and lots of possession there in this first half. Oh, that's a good pass. Oh, Gachukwu, not quite. Doesn't come off for him, but that was a good idea. Jaden Anthony was in to the channel. And this 4-4-3 rather giving Sunderland something new to look at. Burnley with the attacking impetus at the moment. Florentino on the ball in the midfield. Sells his man a bit short, but a win the foul. Does Edwards, I believe that was, out on the wing. Yep. Ronaldo gets there just a wee late. Just a wee late there. Big opportunity here for Burnley. If they can get one back right here. Ball in from Kyle Walker. Stev underneath because the ball's not far enough. Kyle Walker, man. You're having a shocker, bro. Kyle Walker just ain't it anymore. Doesn't get the ball past the first man, and it's a poor flick on from a Stev. Are we going to see James Ward-Prowse? Shocked that we haven't yet. It's a good signing for them. They need him. They need him on the free kicks, that's for sure. Kyle Walker ain't doing anything on those free kicks. Robbie working hard. They're going to penalize him. Nope. They're going to penalize Humphreys there. for grabbing on him. Sunderland fans appreciate it. Yeah. That's done. That's well done from Brian Brobby. Absolutely well done. He's still got to get his goal today. Still got to get his goal today. Receiving instructions there from LaFay. Burnley going to hold a line outside of the 18-yard box here. Trey Hume, hand in the air. What can he conjure here? It's a straight ball into the channel. A bit too far, and the commentators got jokes saying that looks like Burnley. And we have yet really to see the quality from Burnley. Dubravka underneath some pressure here. Brobby, Diarra combining to force him to hit it long. Daniel Ballard heads it down. And Talby just showing Kyle Walker a fresh pair of heels there. He's past it. He's old. How did this turn into the Kyle Walker hate session? Anyway. Burnley trying to play out from the back a little bit more here. Sunderland happy with that. Forced the giveaway. Alderete. It's bouncing around in there. Danny Ballard goes down under the auspices of Ogachukwu and concedes the throw. Throws an arm out for his troubles. Pretty much as you were in that first half. Sunderland just more than happy to keep Burnley at arm's length here. Whoop. Ball's not good enough. And they'll release Hume here on the right-hand side. Diarra make the run into the corner. Fakes the cross. 2 for company. Wins. Nope. Does not win a thing. As the Burnley men combine to get a clearance only as far as... Who was that? That was Mukiele. Yeah. Alderete. Ronaldo. Talby. Ronaldo. He's going to have it. He's going to shot. Woo! Yep. Faked me out. Faked the defender out. Sent him for a coffee. And then had the shot with his left foot. And that one has made it all the way to St. James Park. Nowhere near from the left back. He's had a good game, though. He's had a good game. Boya getting ready. And a lad named Fleming getting ready for the Burnley contingent. Obviously Foster, and we're thinking Florentino is what I've heard coming off as well here. Yeah, I was going to say, do we even know who's on the Burnley bench? Well, it's a free kick to Burnley here. We're an hour in, and they have not offered anything at all. Perhaps a wee bit better here in this second half. But we'll take the corner kick, this free kick, I should say, Will Kyle Walker before the substitution. And here it comes. It's horrendous. Keeping in. Oof. Ball doesn't get past Kyle Walker there. Edwards cutting. Jinky. Oh, he sells his man way short there. Siddiqui will collect and clear. And it's a foot race. Brobby is going to get there instead of a step. And now it's 1v1. What's he got? It's a good ball. It's a good look from Brian Brobby. Laurent runs over to smash it clear. And Lyle Foster and Florentino, the men, sacrificed here for Burnley, hoping to bring something. They got to have something here in this last half hour because it's getting dire. It's getting very, very dire. Even a point, even a draw, something. 10 points is better than 11. Anything from the rest of this game. Good grief, man. Burnley have only won 3 times. And the last time was 14 games ago. Yeah, here's some shocking news update for you folks. Burnley are getting relegated. Burnley are going all the way down. That's good work from Trey Hume. Here's Diarra into the box. Robbie on the spin. One more. Well, it's a good save. Oh, my goodness gracious. Forced a save out of Dubravka. And the rebound comes to Mukiele, who is now down, writhing in pain. Ends up being a good save in the end. Who's challenging? Who challenges here? We'll see. I doubt this will be any kind of a penalty shout. He's got the shot off there, of course. Brian Brobby is very good to get the turn in the box for the goal for the shot, but maybe a little bit too much. And it stays 2-0. Time ticking on here. Roughly 30 minutes, including stoppage time, that is, to play at the Fortress of Light, where it's been very, very easy for Sunderland. Here's Laurent. Halftime sub through the lines for Fleming, who's just come on. That's at least an attempt. Well off target, but something positive. He's got a shot off. That's something. Yeah, folks, Burnley are in trouble. They are in trouble. It's a long ball. Broby, of course, battling. Hume's going to come down. Nope. Kind of bobbled away from him. And now he wants to fight Dubravka. Why not? A lot of shirt grabbing. The ball's gone in the back of the net after Dubravka just throws it. Diarra comes to help his boy. Siddiqui in there. The Sunderland crowd telling you what they think of it. Somebody's getting the yellow. Well, Dubravka and Hume will get the yellow. So Dubravka starts that. Dubravka not happy. Yeah, bro, you're having a shocker. You're having a horrendous game, and so you're going to go grab somebody? All right. That's fine. Yeah, well, there you go. Little argy bargy, because Dubravka is being a sore loser, is what I would call that. Would absolutely call that some frustration at the scoreboard. That's well done in the midfield there, and that's also well done into the channel. Humphreys alive to it. Talby on the bike here, forcing Dubravka in the other direction. And that's the difference. Diarra coming up to press with his teammates. And they'll pin Burnley in here. Who are making another change? Scotty Parker recognizes nothing is working. Looking like Edwards coming off here. I don't know this dude. Oh, goodness. Chauna? What? Chauna. Tchaouna. There's 4 vowels in 5 letters at the back of this homie's name. Chauna. Yes, that's how we'll say it. Dubravka hits it long under the pressure. Diarra wins the header. Oh, the second ball almost falls for Brobby in the box. Oof. Sunderland battling well, winning it back. A 1-2 with Talby. Not quite good enough. Vugachukwu on it now for Burnley. A little bit hurried in that midfield right now. Tackles flying in. Tackles absolutely flying in. Dan Ballard goes down, holding his kneecap, and someone else gets a yellow card. I think Jaden Anthony with the shake of the head here. Yeah, all right. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oof. $20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go. Commentators calling Burnley's situation bleak. And it's certainly been bleak from the men in blue. Despite the positive changes in the formation. Ball into the channel. Sunderland will chase. Walker will get there first. Sunderland just first to everything. And Mukiele goes on. Ball into the channel. He's beyond his man. Ball comes for Bobby! Oh, my goodness. Hole in the boot. That was his goal. That was his goal. And it goes right through that giant hole in his foot. Swing and a miss from Brian Brobby, but here comes Sunderland once again. Talby going at him. He wants a goal. Has the shot. Fantastic goal. Talby steps up, showing Brian Brobby how it's done. Cuts inside, curls it to the back post. Keeper no chance. 3-0 Sunderland. What a goal from Talby. And Burnley are sunk. Game, set, match. People, that, my friend, was an incredible goal. And we'll tell you straight up, Burnley 100% are going down, people. But I'll tell you something else. Sunderland are here in the Premier League to stay, my friends. What a goal. Woo! You watch this all day long. A lot of options, time, space. You know what? I'm just going to take this myself. Boom. Hey, Dubravka doesn't even put an arm up. Doesn't even put an arm up. What a magnificent goal from Talby. And Burnley You boys are in trouble. Burnley sunk like a stone, like a lead weight. The Sunderland fans celebrate. Labrie punches the air, and it's 3-0 to the Black Cats in an absolute demolition of Burnley. It's getting embarrassing at this point because they have pretty much come and bent over today. Ball rolling again. And it is a rather enjoyable evening for the Sunderland faithful at the Fortress of Light. I thought that Burnley would realize that they need some energy. They need something, that they are just they're in a lot of trouble here, but it's been easy. It's been comfortable. It's been absolutely simple for Sunderland. Ghost isn't gone yet. Give it up, I should say. The newcomer signed from Millwall last season, pushing Dan Ballard down. Jaden Anthony tries to make him get up, but bro, it's all over but the crying here. We still got 20 minutes left. Still got 20 minutes left, and it's all over but the relegation for Burnley. And it's February, and they're already on the beach. It's February, and Burnley have no chance. No chance. Zero. Wolves are down, and Burnley are down. There's one spot left. Wet Spam, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Palace. It's going to be one of those four guys. Leeds will be fine. Ball's up. Who's going to come down with it? It's going to be a foul. But have no doubt, folks, we are watching one of the relegated sides here. Woof. Credit to those fans that are still there right now. Credit to the fans that are still there. Because I know it's nasty and it's cold and it's gross. And their players have not given them anything to cheer about today. I mean, you can't even get mad at the performance. It's not a performance. They've played for about 20 minutes, and it's just been easily brushed off like a fly buzzing around your, Ball in here from Lucas Perez. Anthony with the shots. Took a weird deflection off his own man. But it's a goal kick here. Oh, that's actually a good call. It's hit Broya as it's on the way through, causing the deflection. And that will be a Sunderland goal kick. I'm telling you right now, people. Arsenal are going to give Sunderland a much better game. Yep, Sunderland's unbeaten home record will remain intact. Liverpool do visit the Stadium of Light on Wednesday, so I'm hearing, a week from tomorrow. 2 days from now, I should say. Actually, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look at the schedule. I'll have to look at that schedule. Yeah, he was saying because they had to go to Arsenal. Yeah, because we play Arsenal. They play Arsenal on Saturday, and then host Liverpool the next Wednesday. Do Sunderland. Here's Perez. Cross doesn't get beyond the Sunderland defenders. Hume doing very well. And it's down the line for Lefay. Diarra with the chest over his back. The young Fleming comes in with the foul. Diarra doing well just to get in front of that. Diarra doing well just to get his body in between the young man and the ball there. Wins his team the free kick in the middle of the park. He's done very well today, has Diarra. Worked hard, won a bunch of second balls, banging shots in, scoring goals, getting robbed by the PGMOL, or by Owen goal, I should say. Highlight here for Burnley. Sunderland going to dunk it into one of these channels here, you would expect. Down the left. Ballard across. Oh! I think it would have been called a foul, but Alderete, point blank, swing and a miss. I think that's a foul. Oh, Alderete, dude. Just miss it. It should be. Yeah, it's a foul. So we won't say anything about that. We won't say anything about that. Diarra coming off, probably man of the match, getting the standing ovation from the Sunderland faithful. Brian Brobby as well being sacrificed. Definitely an easiest day these Sunderland men will have in the Premier League this season, that is for sure. Talby also getting his plaudits, his applause as he comes off after an absolutely glorious finish. A glorious finish from Talby for 3-0. You love to see it. What a goal. In their place, if I heard that right, was Mundell, Isidore, and Gertrude. Yep. Huh. If anything, it's going to be another goal for Sunderland. Burnley not keeping with the theme of the weekend after having a horrendous first half. You're supposed to come out and have a good second half. They were good for like 8 minutes. And then it's just back to what it was in the first half. What? It's not a foul? He'll give the throw to Sunderland, but homie is down. Homie is down. Jakob Brun-Larsen on for Burnley. In Jaden Anthony's place, arms folded there, not happy. Yeah, he wasn't great today. Wasn't necessarily at his best today, Jaden Anthony. Sunderland still working hard. Oh, that's weak. That's weak, Paul Tierney. That's weak. Very surprised we haven't seen James Ward-Prowse from Burnley. He's, probably their best player at this point. Ronaldo scanning his options here with about 10 minutes left at the Fortress of Light. They're going to dunk one in to the back post here. Big men are up. Here comes the ball. It's lofty. Ballard under it as always. And they'll just hook it clear. No one should accept relegation. Commentators talking about Burnley maybe need to accept relegation. No way. There's still 14 games, but if this is what you're showing, this is what you're going to show. You're just down already. The next 2 games for Burnley are absolutely massive. They got Wet Spam at home, and then they go to Selhurst Park. Massive games, those 2. This one's gone. Into the channel. Ronaldo. Does he save it? He does. Ball across. Hume with a point-blank opportunity. Esteve opportunity, I should say, Esteve in the way, putting the body on the line, even down 3-0. Respect. That's good work from Ronaldo. Kyle Walker is terrible, man. He's past it. I know he's got experience, and that's why he's got the armband for Burnley, but he's having a shocking game and a shocking season. And I'm not just saying that because I don't like him at all. Every time I've watched Burnley, he's been terrible. Corner kick for Sunderland. Danny Ballard wants on the score sheet. He's in there. Outswinger from Hume. I think Esteve was under it, maybe. Siddiqui back into the mixer, but the Sunderland man are offsides. And they'll just retreat back into their shape. Burnley have had nothing all day long once Sunderland are set defensively. You can see their 4-4-2 classic against the ball. And it's worked a peach. Burnley have been less than spectacular, is how we'll put it. Here's Ogachukwu. It's been way too much of this when Burnley do have the ball. Not quick enough. Not asking enough questions. No isolation on the outside. Here's Brun Larson. A new face. Ogachukwu pointing where he wants the run. And of course, Trey Hume's just like, okay. Steps across to block. Ball down the channel for Fleming. It's a cross. Ooh, I thought Brun Larson was under it for a second. It's like the most dangerous Burnley have looked in a long time. That's good work there from Enzo Lefebvre. He's going to hit an early one up. Who's under the second ball? It'll come wide here for Mundell. Slows it down. Here's Gertruda. The substitutes combining here. Sunderland more than happy to just keep the ball. 5 minutes and change left, people. You couldn't even say it's been a brilliant performance from Sunderland. It's just been what they had to do. And that wasn't much. It's a ball down the line here. Esteve's still working hard. He's worked hard today. Certainly he will be frustrated. And Labrie, of course, using all of his substitutions at this point. Alderete maybe feeling it a little bit. A little bit of cramp maybe going to come off. He's been good today. He's a major, major factor. Him and Dan Ballard are one of the better center back pairings in this league, if you ask me. And here comes one of their own. Luke 09 stayed with Sunderland through the ranks as they came up. Fans love him. He's been with them. Burnley do well here to win the throw. And the fortress remains intact here for Sunderland. Still the only unbeaten team at home in the league. Liverpool will look to test that when they come to town in a few days. Sunderland have been happy all day for Burnley to have the ball here in these sections, in these areas. That's a good ball from Ogachukwu into the corner. Perez. He'll win the throw deep. Back for Brun Larson. Here's Ogachukwu. Esteve will loop one in. Fleming throws a leg at it. Doesn't get there, and Mundell's just going to hit it and chase to gain some territory here. And Sunderland will just recycle, keep it all the way back to Roofs. And over for Ballard, very easy when only one player from the opposition is pressing all kinds of space, as there's been all day long for Sunderland. And as I said, folks, it's all over, but that lead weight sinking at the bottom of Burnley fans' stomachs. Ball's up. Laurent wins the second battle, second ball. But the pass has put Kyle Walker in a bit of trouble here as Sunderland look to win it back. Kyle Walker's been so bad. Most Burnley players have been nothing. Kyle Walker's been really bad. He's been really bad. Most of the Burnley team haven't done anything at all. Kyle Walker has done negative things. Lots of long passes to no one in particular. Lots of misplaced short passes. He's really had to run in the wrong direction a lot towards his own goal. Another throw in for Sunderland here. I'm hearing there's 4 minutes left after the one, so we got about 5 minutes left total here, people. Can Sunderland get another one here? Isidore goes for the shot, but it's right at Dubravka. Bit of a snapshot there. Of course, Dubravka has let in one of those today, so why not for Isidore? A sider. There is 4 minutes left. Sunderland might have something here left in them. Burnley didn't bring anything to the game anyway, so they don't have anything left because they didn't start with anything. Ball's up, bouncing around. Who's going to win the second one? It'll end up being a foul. Burnley will have an opportunity to put it into the mixer here, but it's all academic at this point. Away fans heading for the door. Sunderland on 36 points already. Into 8th place? Is that what I just heard? Wow. Ball in. It's not even, doesn't even reach the box. Esteve has to go retrieve. Kyle Walker with another wayward touch and pass. Once again, falls for Enzo Lefebvre. Good ball into the channel. And here is Mukiele. He's got good running all day long. 1v1. Gonna go for the cross. And it's well out of bounds. Somebody's getting a yellow here. Enzo Lefebvre writhing in pain on the ground. Is it Kyle Walker? So to go with his shocker, he's gotten himself booked as well. Yeah, absolutely. To go with the shocking performance from the former Spud with the armband today for Burnley. Bro, you're past it. I hate to tell you this, but Burnley are horrible. And they're down. They are down. I have zero hope. They're not going to beat West Ham at home. They're not going to beat Palace at Selhurst Park. No hope for the Clarets. None to speak of. Oh my goodness, yeah. The numbers the commentators reading out there aren't encouraging. Definitely aren't encouraging. Couple minutes left here. Here's Walker rather, into the box. Brune Larson was there, but they've either fouled Danny Ballard or It's just gone out. Yeah, it's a foul. Fleming is not a fan of Ballard. Not a fan at all. We're just presiding over the last ticks of the clock here, folks. As I said, it's all over but the crying and the long trip back home for the Burnley players and fans. Chauna, or whatever the dude's name is, like chases him into the corner. Ronaldo just makes him look silly. They're just making him look silly at this point. But Burnley win it back. Less than a minute to play. Ball to the back post. Broya brings it in. Here's Perez going to go for the shot. Mr. Ballard there once more. The stab in front of... Oh, Jesus. Perez. Oh, man. Oh, man. Burnley are so bad. And here comes Sunderland once again. 20 seconds left. He's going to go at Kyle Walker. Ball comes across. It's in there. Kutrowda twisting, turning. Finally, the shot. And it's going to run. That's going to be it, folks. Even the final whistle was blown really quickly there because Paul Tierney's had enough. So at Burnley, it's 3-0 at the Fortress of Light. Still unbeaten at home are Sunderland. And wow, people. Wow. I'll tell you right now, Burnley are doomed. About as doomed as they could be, people. That's for sure. Because that performance was absolutely horrendous. That performance was absolutely horrendous on every level. And even with 14 games to go, I'm telling you right now, they aren't pulling that one back. There's no way. They're just poor, man. Sunderland didn't even get out of second gear and wrecked them. Didn't even get out of second gear and absolutely wrecked them. Well, folks, that's all she wrote at the Stadium of Light. 3-0 Sunderland over Burnley, even without Granit Xhaka, the main man, of course. And that's going to be all she wrote for me here as well on the watch along. I certainly appreciate you being here. Smash up those likes for the Sunderland victory. Hype it up if you got any of those left. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Get that notification bell on. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow live and direct for the Arsenal watch along. Make sure you know when we are going live, of course. Like I said, I appreciate you being here, and you will see me next time.